What is the new grading system of the Philippine K-12
On
program?
April 1, 2015, the Department of Education through DepEd Order 8 announced the implementation of a new grading system for all grade levels in public schools from elementary to senior high school. Although private schools are not required to implement the same guidelines, they are encouraged to follow them and are permitted to modify them in accordance to their institution's philosophy, vision, and mission. The grading system is described as a standard and competency-based grading system where 60 is the minimum grade needed to pass a specific learning area, which is transmuted to 75 in the report card. The lowest mark that can appear on the report card is 60 for quarterly grades and final grades. So grades will be based on the weighted row score of the learner's summative assessment based on the three components: written work, performance tasks, and quarterly assessment.
Steps. First steps, got total score for each component. Example, iyang written work is equal to 145 out of 160. Then iyang performance task is equal to 100 out of 120. Then iyang quarterly assessment, example, 40 out of 50. So, ato ni siyang i-convert into percent. So, iyang written work is 145 divided by 160 times 100 is equal to 90.63. Then, ang iyang performance task is 100 over 120 times 100 equals 83.33. Unsa ang iyang quarterly assessment is equal to 40 divided by 50 times 100 is equal to 80. Next, convert percent to weighted score. C assigned weights for each component in the next table. So, mao ni ang next table. So, weight for the three components for grade 1 to grade 10 and senior high school. So, iyang written work is 30%, iyang performance task 50%, then ang iyang quarterly assessment is 20%. So, iyang weighted score for written work English, 90.63 times 0.30 is equal to 27.19. So, yung weighted score for performance task English is 83.33 times 0.50 is equal to 41.67. Weighted score for English quarterly assessment is equal to 80 times 0.20 is equal to 16. Next, add weighted score for the initial grade. So, initial grade for English is 27.19 plus 41.67 plus 16 is equal to 84.86. So, the next steps is transmute initial grade to quarter grade. So, use transmulation table from the DepEd Order 8. 2015. For 84.86, transmuted grade is 90, which is the quarter grade. For MAPE, individual grades are given to each area: music, art, PE, and health. The quarterly grade for MAPE is the average grade across the four areas as follows. Quarter grade for MAPE is quarter grade for music plus quarter grade for arts plus quarter grade for physical education, which is PE, plus quarter grade for health. Divide by 4. So, the final grade for each subject is then computed by getting the average of the 4 quarterly grades as seen below. For final grade for each learning area, first quarter grade plus second quarter grade plus third quarter grade plus fourth quarter grade divide by 4. So the general grade, on the other hand, is computed by getting the average of the final grades for all subject areas. Each subject area has equal weight. So general average is equal to sum of final grades of all learning areas. Divide by total number of learning areas in a grade level. Okay, all grades reflected in the report card are reported as whole number. So, see an example of a report card. So, atong kuhaon ang final grade for each learning area. So, first grading sa Filipino is 86, second grading 88, then third grading is 85, then fourth grading is 90. So, may equals na siya og 349. So, i-divide na to siya 4. May equals na siya og 87 for final grade. So pareha ra pod sa pagkuha sa English, sa mathematics, sa science, sa araling panlipunan, sa education sa pagkatao, pareha ra gyapon. Hiad ra gyapon nimo ang first grading, second grading, third grading, fourth grading nga grado, then i-divide by 4 para makakuha ka sa final grade.
Learners' grade are then communicated to parents and guardians every quarter during the parent-teacher conference by showing and discussing them the report card. The grading system and the descriptors are followed.
Outstanding, 90 to 100, pass. Then very satisfactory, 85 to 89, pass. Then satisfactory, 80 to 84, pass. Then fairly satisfactory, 75 to 79, passed. Did not meet expectations, below 75, failed. How should test results be communicated to different stakeholders?
Since grade serves as an important feedback about learners' level of performance or achievement, teachers should communicate the test results to learners, their parents, and other stakeholders. Feedback on how well the learners perform on a test or any performance has been proven to help them improve their learning. If test results are to serve mechanism, inform learners on what, where, how they should improve in their work and learning as a whole, then an effective and efficient reporting system should be in place. Teachers should come up with guidelines and process on how grades are to be communicated and presented to make them clear, understandable, and relevant to the recipients. Unless the test results are communicated effectively, the purpose of assessment is not like to be achieved. First, the rationale or purpose of testing and the nature of a test administered to the learners should be clearly explained. This is especially true for high-stake testing, such as those used for placement, admissions, grade level, promotion, graduation decision, as well as for IQ or psychological testing, which are more likely to be misinterpreted. It is important to inform students and their parents that tests are only one of the several tools to assess their performance or achievement, and that they are not evaluated on the basis of one test alone. Second, the meaning of the test score should be explained. For norm, reference, distinct terms such as percentile, rank, stand 9 standard scores, and the like should be explained clearly.
Finally, learners and parents should be made to understand the meaning or interpretation of their test scores. Teachers have the better grasp of the learners' capabilities in school. As such, they are in the best position to explain, especially to the parents, how far their test scores are from their classmates or other learners in other classes, on what topics, subject areas, or competencies they are good at or should improve on, and whether or not they are working up to their potential.